Hello, good morning, and welcome to Orion Spear Point. How's everybody doing? So, this one's going to be a continuation of last night's video. And uh, yeah, okay. Okay. So, this is going to be a counterparts message, the love between two or the twin flames. So, the masculine and feminine, the physical expressions. And this could be also, even if you haven't met them yet, or if they've passed on, or simply the if you have met them and you've experienced union and then separation, or if you still are in physical union, and the a lot of different variables with all of this because there's so many different streams with it. But with this, the nature of this energy and the deeper you go into it, this is going to be the activation from the conception. So how deeply the energies actually go. So this is actually the acceptance of this, but also the activation from all those codes that have been seeded from the seeding and the actual conception of your physical vessel. So, ooh, there it is. Okay, so the all the energy that's being running through them, this is going to be the you can feel the seeds and the love sown between the two, between the counterparts. That's the word I'm going to use. Between the counterparts on the land, in the land. So in could have already happened. It could be coming in more frequently, but what's happening, I feel like a lot, is that the actual seeds that were sown when union was present between the counterparts in the land is now sprouting. And this is going to hit your system and open the heart a lot because that amount of love is going to activate. So this could actually be because you're going to certain places that you two had been together in, and then the land itself, not the counterpart, but the land itself will start to open and show the love that you two put together. Because any place that you have physical union, right, the actual love that's brought in and expressed, it needs a container, and this needs to be held. So you two are expressing this, and it's going to be held in the land. So it's activating a code deep within the grid system, and that's held there, and the seeds are sown, right? So this is like a lot of what's happened in the first, how should I say, love bubble phase, right? So then going back to these, I don't know if they're actually ready to bear fruit, but they are sprouting. And that's going to be hitting a lot of these systems. And where does this go? Because this is going to be a lot of the places that you two have gone together, or in the energies, or where you're guided to from source, um, to do with the physical land and the activation and that kind of like opening, because this is hitting the system. And where I feel this is leading is you follow the stream that it's hitting, and you go to the actual conception point for the physical vessel. Ooh. So it's not your birth, you're going deeper, right? You're going to the actual conception of the physical vessel for your counterpart. And I don't think this is going to be intentional. So this isn't like you going, like, I'm going to go here. No, 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 no. This is a lead in, this is a pilgrimage, this is a initiation, this is a step by step, because the flow of energy that I can see is leading to that point. However, how you get there, I don't know. This is like one of those things where you, yeah, I can see where it's going. Like, okay, you want me to go there, perfect. Wait, okay, so how do I get there? I don't know. It's going to be like one thing after the next as it continues to open. But what I do feel, and why I want, what's hitting me so strongly, is actually accepting. Mm, it's accepting that your stream is more interwoven with your counterparts from your very conception, and then dancing into that energy and seeing it, and then activating, or not activating it, receiving it, and allowing it to, you to not own it, but allow it to flow in, basically. And you can always hold this lightly, right? So it's seeing those points from the very conception. So this is like your your being first, your vessels being first formed. However, receiving this and activating this is also, and you're not intentionally doing this, you're allowing the space to show you. But going to these points is actually allowing and knowing that you and your counterpart are more interconnected than you first thought, because this is going back all the way to the very first, before you even knew them, before you even knew yourself, right? Like, or you can argue that you were the closest you were to home because it was your first conception, but it's also seeing that and then witnessing it and being allowed to open and seeing if that's true. Now, this could be, you're not going into this with a vision in mind, actually, you're allowing it to come meet you. But why this wanted to come through was that it is actually opening up the stream to see how deeply it is merged, and then accepting those, and then also kind of like welcoming it in and allowing it to flow through you. But you have to go back to your conception point. And this is where the conception point on the physical land is going to be really important, because it's going into those places to activate, not activate, to retrieve, to reunite. There's the word, to reunite. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. This is going to get interesting. This is very, very interesting. So it's actually merging with that from your very inception, and acknowledging if it is presented to you or shown, or if it comes in from soul source, that your counterpart was there as well. So with that, man, I'm gonna leave it here. I believe the I'll link it down below. It's probably, I think there might be still slots available for this evening for the group, and then also next tomorrow. And then there's also the website is up, and membership program is also available. So if you want to sign up for that, there'll be some videos that will be a little bit more potent, because I'll need a little bit of a container in order to be a little bit more vulnerable. So there's that, and then also some things. I think my first product will be available in the store, which is just called Phoning Home. So if you want to check that out, you can check out my website. Um, very excited about it. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day on this eve of the portal. Um, and I give you a lot of love. Thank you, and shine bright.